mentioned, they've been cooking.
Yeah, I really think they have, and I think Weeza, yeah, he had some kind of crazy moments down the stretch, but now he's moving on to Mirage. Maybe he can continue up the Chaos as well. Interesting map we're landing on here. I was feeling a Vertigo personally, but Elevate not really won that one on the day.
Yeah, a interesting situation to say the least. We got Elevate onto the CT side, and I do think as much as Weeza was just kind of running them down a little bit at times, he was effective in doing so. And this is a map that, that does just work sometimes.
Yeah, right. It kind of at this rate, like Mirage in North America, kind of plays itself. So
it's like two AIs in a fight.
We got Silverettas in middle though. This is a little interesting there. Oh, okay, but OG Wizard with the flying block. I feel like that's one of the most infuriating kill icons right there. Down, but instead he'll get off of it, hand out a headshot to Dia, and actually fight back the map control, trying to get his face with covering all he's on. They're gonna get the bomb plant down in the open. Insane post plant because OG Wizard is running through the whole team right now. Shane up close, can't take down Nyx, and OG Wizard just ran through the whole team.
Yeah, what is insane most to me about that is that OG Wizard is got to defend the bomb planter there. That's why he's taking that CT fight. But that was a double swing at CT. He gets kill, then gets out without even taking any damage. Like he barely even got touched. Of course, the rest of the round, yeah. I mean, props to him for picking those additional frags up. But that one was the crazy one. The actually insane shot that he gets away with there. A bit absurd. And it'll put Elevate, unfortunately, 0 for 3 on pistols. Not this best of two thus far. That is not ideal. And as much as it was a really competitive Ancient, just imagine what it would have been with Elevate winning one of those two pistols.
Yeah, I mean, it's an extra couple of rounds of twos that definitely could have kept it closer. This round's not necessarily done. Shall add. No, but never mind. Dare sent tumbling out of ladder, and then the kills do start to roll on off the conveyor belt. HE will chase down Dia.
I think I'm happy to call this one over now. Peeping, though. He was hoping somebody was going to jump out window over at B. No one gave it to him. Maybe they'll walk into murder holes, but...
Honestly, look, it might happen. Moving around. No, could not hit the Zeus flick, all coveted.
Oh man,
the Zlick, as I like to call it.
The Zlick. I'm stealing that. That's a good one. A big Zlick.
Yeah, the Zeus headshot. Yeah, you really need to hit the headshots with the Zeus. I'm just saying.
True. It's sort of for style points, but style is important, as we know.
It's like saying you're good at planting the bomb. Like, you kind of just need to press one input and hope it works, right? So.
Yeah, and then if it doesn't, probably restart your game.
Pro bomb. My favorite thing is I'm a pro bomb diffuser. I know how to press that E button.
Hey, that is a difficult part of the equation. We've seen many struggles. Keeping.
That's fair.
Small side anchor on this Elevate squad. Gonna need a couple probably here. He's got support, and he's got Snav as well. I realize on Catwalk, this is a hugely successful hold. Peeping's gonna get up in the face of Nyx. The final man falls. Lag. Yeah, it's a bonus, but Elevate look unperturbed.
I'm seeing Dare pick up the op as well and actually put it to work. I mean, Elevate had a 3-man defense. There's just no breaking that, especially with the op over towards Catwalk and a very difficult angle to flash off the line. You have got to be so quick on the pacing and explosive, and if you lose that first man to said AWP, whole different story. So B play doesn't work out, but OG Wizard on and off. He's also going to get boosted up, looking towards bottom connector. Had a chance on a Snav. And instead the nade will get some chip damage in. In the meantime, the Weeza's going to be super annoying over towards B. Look at the rotates again. There's 3 players glided over towards this side, and Weeza smartly will say no.
I mean, but this is it. Once again, what I've been talking about lag doing that I think has been really nice, the same as on Ancient, where, you know, they noticed how stalwart the defense was there on B, and they've once again poked and prodded to maybe try and recreate that situation for Elevate. Though, you know, in fairness, Elevate has done a great job of being pretty quick on the move, right? Had 3 players there moments ago, and 20 seconds later, they've reestablished themselves. With mid control now in Lag's hands, they've got to be a little bit more careful.
Oh, but OG Wizard, oh, he struggled to hit a shot right there. Doug actually dealt with by Snab, and DN Shane again on another good side hold. This time it's a collapse over towards middle instead. Elevate are going to be fast on the rotate, but what a shot out of Nick X. He can't quite get the second, though. 6 shooting towards the latter end of that, but Elevate have been good on these map control collapses. And Lag are caught in the crossfire again.
2 in a row, and 2 very different types of rounds as well. Elevate making some very proactive moves across the map and able to respond pretty effectively to what Lag are putting forth. It's well, 1 step away from a full Glock round. There's a single P250. And I can't say that the expectations are particularly high for this one.
Yeah, there's a very limited... Oh my goodness. Damn, just flag dropped out of window. And then he swings back in with a USP for 2 more. You know, when the map is so silent, there is a limited amount of places your opponent can be. One of them is underpass. I don't think Dare was expecting a family photo waiting for him down there.
No, not at all. Bro picks up a 2-piece with the op and says, don't worry, they're Glocks. I'll pick up the USP for more.
Everyone was saluting him down there. They were full blind. Like, oh my goodness.
That's some terrifying confidence from Dare, to be honest with you.
Yep. Different team that we're seeing right here on Mirage.
I know it's a Glock round, but it just doesn't matter. We got exec smokes coming out, stairs and jungle being tossed in initially. Flashes come over, and Shane just trying to find his timing for his one. It's a tear through smoke that'll grab the first, and then Shane's to activate. USP alone isn't good enough. Stuck behind the smokes, and fortunately the rest of the squad not finding success for Lag.
Yeah, that open CT spawn angle, and I think Dare trace a couple through the smokes. Right there. And you could see that, like, players getting picked left and right as they try to cross over to the site, and... was there a CT smoke? Am I missing something? I feel like someone had one lined up from that right door position. I'm actually wondering where it went.
I didn't actually see it. Shane was in CT and then moved forward to triple before a smoke popped.
Makes you wonder. Got the pistol round, but nothing much else here from Lag, and... Well, gonna try another Tech 9 pop. Nick X leading, and we'll sweep out the side. This time, no one in towards CT spawn. Dia a tad late, and a Mac 10 in his face. The dual Berettas will not do the trick. Tons of map control, and a great advantage for Lag.
Yeah, that key difference. No CT, man. That's gonna make it much more difficult because they gotta clear this out. Nick X with another trade. Peeping's there, and now the numbers are cut. Looking unlikely. The Tech 9's gonna have to do some incredibly heavy lifting, and with Peeping and Shane double swinging together, that's unlikely. It'll be the defuse and elevate up to a 5th. At least this time, Black have a bit more success. Right, it's a bomb plant, which is better than nothing, but I think it's important to keep in mind, we really didn't talk too much about like the map pick in particular, but this is one of the best maps for Elevate and the most popular one of them for them as well. They have 19 maps played, so it is certainly one that they feel comfy on.
Yeah, and they're like in a permanent T side default when we're going to the T side as well. Like they have just they hardly call in a single set play. It is going to be like spread like butter across the map, and you know this core for Elevate has been doing that for the last 5 years. So like these guys have just grown up playing Counter-Strike together.
Yeah, and well, Mirage has been in the pool the whole time.
Yep. That it has. I mean, oh, this is also supposed to be OG Wizards playground, but I'm not gonna lie. I think he's been a bit cold today than we are used to.
That's fair, but hey, it is.
Look at this from Dare. This is ridiculous. Yeah,
I
okay.
told you. He's feeling confident, like absurdly confident.
They're gonna break the smoke. That's the line for Dare, and Snav also found 2 A-side lurks. Dia swings out for a headshot, and just ungodly amounts of confidence coming through here from Elevate. OG Wizard with a fast flick will win the op duel, but look at the chase. Oh my goodness. 3 players running at him top mid. Underneath, hold on. OG Wizard is gonna hit them with the door.
They're getting a little silly. A little wacky, but
Snap's got this locked up, right? Yeah.
I was gonna say this should be fine.
Wait a minute. Is he gonna make the read here? Back boxes. Hello there. And OG Wizard cannot flick fast enough. I pressed the scope for too long. Yeah, this is scary levels of confidence compared to the CT side we saw on Ancient. We saw super passive setups.
Well, yes and no, right? I mean, there was passive setups, but
towards the tail
how aggressive Elevate were in mid.
Yeah. Towards the tail end of that.
Yeah, that's totally fair, and I think that's a lot of credit to Lag, because Elevate, they noticed that they were getting red a little bit, but all things considered, yeah, Dare is on an absurd level at the moment. Shane's gonna need something, but he's got support. What a turn from Weeza! Nyx has grabbed another. This might be the end here with a missed shot from Dare. It's Dia alone, 1-for-1 trade, and now peeping secondary up. Everyone's missed the shot, and it's not the case for Lag. Some incredible connections. That shot from Weeza towards the stairs player. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You know what, dude? Dare I say that's not a replicable round? Oh my god! Like when it requires you to hit the 90-degree flick, first bullet headshot on the entry. Yeah, but it is a testament to the player that they brought onto the team. Weeza, kind of this advanced promotion that he's got. Didn't quite qualify with his team in Akimbo throughout the regular season. But oh my goodness, proving his worth on this ECL lineup and handing a headshot, double kill into that A site. Yeah, just because that first kill is so fast, the rotates can never get down in time. And he's back again here in Underpass.
I mean, he was critical to the win over on Ancient, that's for sure. What does this read? They seem to have found something, right? There was an adjustment. 3 towards the B site, but now Dare posted on catwalk, and Nyx loses his head. With 1 man down, Lag gonna have to recombobulate. Weeza has caught maybe a timing. No, Snav ultra ready. Even though there was 1 trade elsewhere, that was OG picking it up. It's still a man advantage for Elevate, 4-on-3.
Oh, OG Wizard moving around with the op. I wonder if Shane's been spotted. He has. OG Wizard's got him locked in. Snav as well. Top ticket. Can't find a kill. He's down to 8. And there's HEs in the pockets here for Lysa Kame. Another swing, though. Nearly a shot connection from Dia. Oh, this bomb plant will come through. Tentatively, though, OG Wizard, however, is tearing through the backlines. He finds peeping, swinging through the sights. Nav will go down next, and Experative as well will collect the kills. OG Wizard kicks off the round, and the final 2 to close. He's starting to run amok.
And you know that round before probably not super replicable, but apparently OG Wizard making it so, right? That's kind of the same exact blueprint that we saw from him on the pistol all the way back 10 rounds ago, where he picks up a critical couple of frags, really well defended, and wreaks havoc. This time in the back line, it was the front line previously. It's gonna get boosted up. This one a little bit all over the place, but what? Oh, gee, misses the shot, and Experative pays the price.
Round's far from over, though. It's oddly enough, it is Snab who has this AWP to start out the round. I think it's just more of a timing-based thing. Despite having that opening kill, they do not have mid control here for Elevate, but Snab's op is going to try and reclaim that. But now smoked out. So yes, it's a 4-on-5, but all life's a game. Eventually, they're going to strike back, and it's actually a push through Palace from Dia. You needed a little bit more.
I mean, maybe bit off a little bit more than he could chew, right? He already got that opening pick. No need to be so aggressive.
Yeah, I say that. They don't really have the ability to hold a sight. It has to take a miracle out of peeping, and they might actually get one. A headshot to Weezer through the smoke. Dare as well, rattling off shots. All these players wounded, but Nick X on 2 HP has actually got that entry. The mechanics will push through here for life's a game, and then OG Wizard just swings the op, man. He just breaks all the rules of Counter-Strike, and it works. He just got 4. Are you serious? OG Wizard, just a one-man army. It's not supposed to work, but it does.
I told you, man. I guess it's replicable. He's got it on lock. He picked up a ridiculous setup, and yeah, I don't know what the reasoning. You know, Snap has the op there, and Wizard did some wild stutter step that definitely threw him off. But he's just insta headshot. There's nothing to be done. I think he's picked up a quad kill and instantly got knocked off the server. Guess he disconnected, or maybe he had an issue. But regardless, we were talking about a missing piece in OG Wizard, and he was the one to watch. You know, talking into this game, and I would agree with you a little bit on the colder side on Ancient. Not the case anymore, Fight.
Oh my god. He also disconnected from the server, and it makes things crazier as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy just, I was talking to Davey the other day. FPL during like the off season gets a little cold, and he's like, maybe it's because no one wants to queue into OG Wizard, and I guess that's why he just runs at you and headshots everything in his sight. And he's also a ridiculous offer. Like, this guy just mechanically is really strong. And people say his nationality is Ukraine, but he has been living in the United States for at least, I believe, the last 3 years is what I've heard.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's right.
Yeah, so he's... Oh, man, I've heard also just some, like, land stories for funny things as well, because he's still definitely has the Ukrainian thing about him. There was a story. Man, do I like out him like that? It's a funny story. It's a good story, very wholesome one. Maybe I'll save it for a rainy day, but definitely a very funny player, that is for sure.
Well, I mean, he was part of the team, this lag team. I mean, Weezer being the only one that won. Was it the Philly frag?
Yes, frag Philly back in March. I think that was kind of their big moment, kind of turning point for the team and proving ground right before season 47 of ECL.
Yeah, and then they kept proving it.
Yeah,
all the way through season 47. I was mentioning in the pregame how I think fairly so, right? A lot of teams though end up in this like juggling back and forth. The bottom of ECL, especially the first couple of seasons as players, it can be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Just not the case with lag. And for such a young group as well, I think that's maybe what I'm most impressed with is their consistency with the play style they have with such a young group of guys.
Yeah, I mean, they had some really big surprises throughout the regular season. They took a map off of Wild Card. They also took a map off of Elevate. They took a map off of Now during that regular season. So
Oh,
like just overall like a really some really powerful wins, some really pivotal wins, and they launched themselves up to sixth place. They took on NRG and had the pleasure to cast that game during playoffs, and they ran a very close game. It really came down to just the style of Counter Strike that NRG play, just kind of very watertight Counter Strike, rather than just explosive. Like when you're on NRG, you are not doing that kind of round that OG did. OG Wizard
no,
did.
no.
So and that watertight Counter Strike was kind of enough to get him across the line. So
Speaking of NRG, it's fun because they're like the only. I mean, Party Astronauts are kind of in the same boat, but like, they're one of the only NA teams that kind of play that style these days. So thus why it's particularly effective. And Lag has found their effectiveness both in ECL and in this game. We're back underway. And it's Lag ready for the A aggression that Dia is about to provide, maybe?
this is
Looks like
so
he's
risky.
Wow!
What? He got the kill. Oh, but he's gonna get quickly traded. Nick X also finds a kill on the entry, deletes the jungle player, but an MP9 top stairs drops the bomb, and we're suddenly in a 2 versus 3. MP9s are gonna try and win this round here.
Elevator just all here. Like, they're all on A. That's what's crazy about this round. Like, that's part of the reason that Lag tried to accelerate. They're not, I mean, they've just gotten 2 kills here. They're not expecting to run into 2 more MP9s, and they do. Just a bit of a crazy round in general because of that aggression from Dia, the stack towards A for both Lag and Elevate. It's a bit ridiculous. Nyx and Nick X gonna give it their best go. AK's up against 3 MP9s. The flash, almost good, but Nyx survives.
Oh, what? Oh, they can't convert the kill. Surely low HP for the MP9. Is he gonna face? Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. All right, what a way to end the half there for peeping. MP9s will do it here for Elevate. And there were definitely maniacal rounds in the mix there from Life's a Game, OG Wizard, Nick X also helping out. At the end of the day, Elevate just playing more solid Counter-Strike across the board. What do you have to say about that one, Vincent?
I think there is some concern for me for lag, and here's what it is. As fun as it is to watch OG Wizard do some of the things that he's been doing, there is a couple of rounds there where he is just winning them a round, and that's 3 in particular. One of those the pistol, which is good for a fourth. So that's 4 out of 5 rounds that lag picked up that were, I will say, OG Wizard rounds. So is that an issue? Well, maybe, but he's continued to do it, so maybe not.
Yeah, and I think on the flip side of that, Elevate have just been playing better rotate, better Counter Strike across the board. In my opinion, since Dare picked up that CT side off, it's hot to see the Dia has been off a bit. Honestly, a whole other tangent about Dare's rifling and how he's transitioned from an op to a rifle, and I guess back to the op, but like really good rotates, all in the mix.
You know what is funnier about that actually is that Peeping actually was on the secondary op as well at one point, not Dia.
I think it's more of a positional thing, of course, because
It is.
he's a small side anchor, and you kind of, when you're CT side, you just hand that AWP to the small side anchor and say, hey, if someone wants to walk up and try and take a 1v1 versus you, well, I have $4,750 in my hand. So,
And you might be asking how exactly that money equals death. Well, you can trade that in for the big scoped weapon that you point and click with.
Yes, and like if someone tries to take a dry fight versus you and you have an op, like
They lose.
it is CS2, so we do see more often some guys just get wide swung first bulleted and I get sent to the back of my chair. But either way, you just hold some like disgusting off angle on an AWP and you're just
Even in CS2, that is not normally.
yeah, unless like you're like me, who's a West Coast gamer, and I just get swung by everyone, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. God, it everyone says like, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's not that bad. What are you talking about? 60 ping on CS2. Oh God, I
Okay,
shudder.
60 is doable. I'm okay on 60.
On Go, that was fine. Like I would be playing Chicago on Phase It, and like I'd have like half a second delay on my kills, something like that, quarter second. But just like you can't hold an angle. That is like CS2, you're already not supposed to hold angles.
Yeah.
On 60 ping, they can see you for like a full second, dog. Yeah, before you have a chance to shoot back. Like,
I love hearing his West Coast cope.
hey, hey,
I'm
hey,
just,
hey.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. It's
meet
a
me
joke.
on Dallas
It's a
servers,
yoke.
buddy.
It's a yoke. I'm sorry.
Meet me on Dallas. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, Denver servers, it's over, buddy. All this.
Denver, I agree. You know what? I blame Valve because the amount of times I will play with somebody on the West Coast and they'll put us in an Atlanta server when we could be in a Dallas server and all of us have 30 ping. I'm just saying, Valve do some weird, wacky things. So hashtag not my fault.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you guys didn't notice, by the way, we are in the midst of a technical pause as we are trying to get the man of the hour right now, OG Wizard, back into the server. It is actually funny that he just disconnected, and after his insane 4K, if you remember that was our first tech pause of the night.
Unfortunately, apparently still having some struggles, some issues. I also appreciate that Nick X just gets cloned temporarily.
I mean, having two Nick X's is not bad. It's a shame that OG Wizard had to leave for that one.
It's true. Bro had some pretty significant clutch moments in that first map.
Yeah,
first best of one.
Even some strong entries. Like for an IGL, he is like His whole team, mechanically speaking, is very, very strong. So, yeah, so we're ready to get back into game.
Here's a good question that we're about
Mhm.
to find out the answer to, and that is, can Elevate win a pistol round tonight? Because they're currently 0 for 3. Lag have been stepping up big time, and it was OG Wizard, as I mentioned at the outset of us coming back from the halftime, that he was critical. OG Wizard was, and it's something that I do think Elevate, they led at half both maps, right? Like,
Yeah.
yet they haven't picked up a pistol. I think that goes to show how good a form Elevator actually in.
Also, I just noticed, so OG was on 12 kills, and I remember 2 4Ks and a 3K for
Yep.
him. Oh my goodness. So basically, he's either had to win the round or nothing else. God, I love this player.
This is what I call impact fragger.
He's
You
just
know?
won all the rounds for like the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they've top decked. They've got a guy like OG Wizard to step up. But here we go. Second half pistol, and it's a B stack into the A hit for Elevate.
Yeah, Experitive's gonna tuck away and hide. He might try to find a timing swing with some backs turned on the way in. I'll have to see. Is Crop in the jungle? Experative, eyes open to the site. He definitely is calling where all these trees are right now. Start to position themselves.
Oh, what a good post plant though that Elevate have put themselves into. Can swing off one another relatively effectively. And that's going to start now. In they go. The flashbangs catch him.
Oh my
dare.
goodness.
He's collecting frags. 4 in the round. And speaking of impact moments for Dare, he's doing some of that OG Wizard has been putting together. 4 kills in the pistol round, but Elevate up to their first of those in this series.
Yeah, he just swung into 4 players who had their shoulders turned towards him and just lined them all up. Just spam the Glock for 4. That's Elevate's first pistol, and it could help them collect this map win.
It is a little wild to me that Lag so heavily stacked towards B. I wonder if that was some sort of read that they had. Because as unlucky as it is that Elevate just go for the A-pop, right? They had so much space. They took so much control of the site. So their post plants were just really incredibly strong. Just makes you think a little bit. This time, Lag, it's not the B stack, but the A stack instead. As much as I think Lag had been a conversation point throughout this map.
This is going to be fun. Hold on. Just give it a moment. Everyone makes their move, and now they're out in the open. So, fun for one. The jump from default box is Dare, just relentless confidence right now, approaching 25 kills. I think that's kind of like the golden number here in CS2 and MR12.
Yeah, it is. I think that's also something that it's taken a while for people to recognize. Like what a normal amount of frags are. Like dropping 30 is insane now. Like it shouldn't happen very often.
Yeah, and Dare well on his way. Which just the insane amount of confidence he has. And yeah, he was opping the start of this, but his rifling ability is also something to behold. But look at this from Elevate. Oh, they just walked out A main for free. There is Weasel holding this line, but oh, Shane doesn't quite clear his jungle properly. But look who's trying to, I mean, this is a bold move. If Snap was to go for it, the stairs jump, but it might work. Again, there are still backs turned, and with that entry from Dare, there could be more backs turned. Yes, the man advantage here for Lag, but that quickly changes. Dia will get traded out. And a bomb plant here for peeping. And the step forward from Snap, we've got a 2-on-2.
I mean, man advantage only temporary there. Considering the post-plant positions, now Snav really disconnected from
Oh
peeping.
boy.
What a pre-aim. That's incredible from Nick X. He's looking, waiting, and watching, but he's got to wait for the smoke to fade. And Peeping has crept up, playing a lot more treatable now. Peeping will grab his, Snav with 2 more, and it is Elevate, who found themselves another round. The first gun round falls, and Lag are running out of time to answer back.
That head-to-head and towards top connector is like the most finicky thing ever. Like, whose shoulder are you gonna see first? And it goes to the player who swings first. All things said, just you have the better timing. You're able to fire the first bullet, and holding angles is difficult. And that is what every pro player has kind of reciprocated here in this game. You gotta be the player who makes the first move. You gotta be proactive. And look at that, it's Peeping lining up 2 bowling pins down Cat. And a 2 versus 5 immediately. We're looking at a quick exit at a Mirage if things can't go right for Lag next round.
Yeah, this was not the one that they really need to find, though some damage. You're never gonna say no to it. They're getting a little bit of that. Peeping's a guy, by the way, that, I think has actually really found some fantastic form on this Elevate roster. I think he got a lot of... there was just a lot of players kind of talking about him as maybe not somebody who was doing so well, so hot early on. But he's done a great job, I think, of stepping up for this Elevate team. I know Dare's the sort of conversation piece for tonight, but a round like that last one, you see some of what Peeping can do.
Now we have a mid collapse, and this one's gonna work. A solid mid-round play. Dare caught out in the open. That's the kind of call you want to make. And then, even better, Nyx does deal with the lurk. But look at this! Vio just walked out A, and oh my goodness, he just rips 2 heads off. He even switches out to the off. Oh, but just misses onto Experative inside of connector. But look at the rotates that he's drawing away. Oh, nearly hits the shot on the Nyx as well. But they know that's the B anchor. That's the player who just took down your lurk. This is going to be a free walk in here for Elevate. They're down a player, but they've got that bomb.
Oh, and I love this. I love this setup. They have the utility as well to hold back some of these players. Smoke just put out there. But CT positions, all from different angles, are fantastic. Experative moving in from Catwalk. You got Nick X on the flank. But Shane is maybe in one of the best spots to deal with this. Unchecked, no. Nyx has the swing, and he'll get them both. Talking up Elevate's position there, and they were in the right ones, but Nyx delivers 2.
Yeah, I mean, a nice positioning and a good chance, good crack at the post plant. Just what it could have been if Dia landed all his shots in that round as well. Sick headshots as well, but as he picks up the off, just needed to connect that kill onto Nyx. So life's a game. We'll dodge some bullets, literally, and stay in this one. For how long, though? Money is also just bottomed out for Elevate. This is the biggest chance for Lag to get back into it.
Where Lag have found some success with that pretty aggressive mid control, that has opened up the A site, and great responsiveness from Elevate to take advantage of it. May continue to be the case. Not so aggressive in mid, but they're going to take it just a little bit delayed with the Cat players moving up. Weeza alone for the first engagement. Tradable, but he got his one.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Nick X, this is like the game on the line right here. In this kind of position, it might work though. He'll strike out for 1. Experative as well, helping out. Snav does refrag, but he himself will be traded. Dia will make a move onto the A site again and get another kill. Puts him in a 1-on-2.
He's got to do some really heavy lifting to try and find that. Near full kit of utility for him.
It is down in middle, however. This off angle from Nyx, though, is just exceptional.
Yeah, and even if he's...
Is he exposed from window?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh, Experative reveals his position.
Yeah, and He's got a molly to Zia, but he's going to drop out. Smoke sort of forces that situation.
Uh-oh. Finicking around with utility. Experative will be forced out by the molly, but still lands a headshot. I think he would have been traded out by Nyx either way. So Clutch does not go Dia's way, and I mentioned at the start of the round, money has bottomed out. This is the chance for Lag to start clawing it back round by round. Experative with enough to drop an op, and there he goes, right into the hands of OG Wizard.
The little crowd spam there as well.
He's begging for it. Please, pretty please, can I get my off? Yeah, here you go, buddy. The comeback cannon is in play.
Different kind of cannon. The hand cannon for Shane. Ringing out there towards ramp and nothing found. HE also unsuccessful, but like you said, money-wise, it's a bit of a pots and pans purchase. Got the Deegs, Tech 9 and P250. Those can, those pieces can mean some damage, especially to a CT-sided economy, but...
Uh-oh. Okay. Oh my goodness, Weasel locks on, but there's 2 kills back. Fortunately, there is Nick X from Catwalk who does clean up the rest of the A play. Could have gotten weird. It definitely did.
Where was Dia at in this play?
He was over working towards that B site as everyone walked on out. And will be quickly put down by OG Wizard. No more fancy tricks out of him. So the Deagles will not quite deliver, and 3 rounds of difference.
There is some good news, though, to speak of for Elevate after that round. They do, a little bit of damage. And it's not reset lag or anything, but if they were to win here, lag aren't necessarily sitting pretty. But a tall task in order with limited utility of their own for Elevate to utilize. Gonna cross, I mean, they've just used their last flashbang. So, just taking a bit of mid-control. They're gonna have to utilize some of that individuality we've been talking about.
Ooh. And, well, it's looking good for Nyx, who inside the smoke found a double to keep his team in it. Oh, in the meantime, though, OG Wizard stepping forward. Perfect angle. Oh, but actually banging out the shot. A good jiggle peek out of Peeping. It is Nyx, though, on the other side. OG Wizard keeps going back in. This is so risky, but he lands the no-scope anyways because he's OG Wizard. Oh, my goodness.
No scope, no problem, apparently. And, I mean, the fact that he's missed the first one, not exactly a sitter. The second one, certainly absurd. But the no-scope onto the third, that's the one he hits? Okay, man.
Oh, not to be like that, Snav. Having to dance around the back of the site and about to have 3 players staring down in front. Position over towards Van, and OG Wizard does swing out with the Desert Eagle there to get the job done. A little awkward, but life's a game. Keep it moving. They're now up to 9.
As our friend Cole X from McHenry might say, I am smelling a comeback. The whiff is strong.
Yeah, you can see that OG Wizard was playing that Exner Van jump angle.
That's true as well. I don't know if Exner gets credit for that though.
One on Exner. I'm starting a movement, guys.
Please call that in a matchmaking game that you play with.
I'm holding Exner right now.
Yeah. Chunky damage onto a bit of utility.
Uh-oh. Nyx is in trouble, though. He's alone. He is alone, and he has not deployed his molly. He wants to be gun out at all costs.
And it's going to pay off.
Yeah, first kill's good, and Peeping can't hit an instant headshot, so dismissed here. Have Elevate, and OG was just going to swing him. Not quite connecting the op shot, but Nick X has got it locked in. Oh boy, 11-5. Now it becomes 11-10.
As phenomenal as Elevate CT side looked here, I do feel they've been very lost here on the T side. Like, just game plan wise. You know, not that they've had all that much utility in a bunch of these rounds to actually utilize, but outside of those, those opening few, where I'll be real, I think lag kind of gave them a little bit of an easier path because of the way that they were stacking sites. Elevate, when they've been put to the test against, a real setup, it's been almost exclusively bad.
And, I mean, here it is. Look at this 4-man A setup off the start. Like, this is a ridiculous setup that we are seeing right now. And it works as OG Wizard holds the threat angle for 2 easy kills into Palace. Shane does come through with a kill back, but, oh, nade's being pulled as well, and it's being reeled in. But again, the 4-man A setup. If there were 2 players, it's a different story. But far too much. Life's a game said no.
I just want to think about that from Elevate's perspective for a moment, because you're right. It's stupid. It's ridiculous that they're getting away with this. You got an Opper creeping up into Palace. He's going to get 2 shots, then fall off. Weeza is somehow still expected on top of balcony, and then there's 2 more guys after you kill both of them. I don't know how you could anticipate that, but oh my goodness! Flagger back.
They're about to hit map point.
They sure are.
Surely, right? With bomb down in middle and just like lurks on all sides of the map, just hoping to get their isolated kills.
3 on 5, but I mean, Dia, he has been very good out here at A. Getting his 1, unfortunately, hasn't been enough. He's needed 2 or 3 to create a winning scenario. He is keeping Experative busy, but it feels like he's trying to pull attention that isn't being pulled.
Swing from ladder, though. Okay, hold on. And look at this walkout from B site coming through from Peeping. About to land a backstab onto this cat player. OG Wizard does land a shot, though, on his nav. Of course, he re-swings middle. And also, it looks like Peeping also played his hand. So swinging out. Yeah, he's going to give up his life.
Peeping actually knew that Nyx was there until he dropped that smoke.
Yeah. I think Nyx knew he was there, but, playing it safe and Dia unable to collect on his angle. Very awkward round again with all these lurks and potential isolated fights at every turn. But life's a game will prevail. OG Mr. up to 22 kills. And they have a map point.
And notice who's unfortunately had a bit of a drop-off as well. It's Dare on the other side, who was answering the call, right? Like, as much as OG Wizard was the talking point, Dare was right there. Pound for pound, hitting back lump for lump. He was connecting those shots, and no longer the case. So we've seen Lag run this thing back from 11-7 was the scoreline I recall. Favoring Elevate, now 12-11. The map on the line. Or it could be overtime. If Elevate, who do have relatively good weaponry, but no utility.
Yeah, what I will say is Dare's been targeted out towards middle. He's been trying to get activated, and Lag have closed in upon him every time. Elevate are going to turn back to mid. They've got a smoke and a molly for this entire round. Elevate are hoping to frag their way through this, but they have to beat OG Wizard.
Not an easy thing to do, that's for sure. And OG Wizard is standing tall.
What?
Oh, no! He flicks off.
Oh,
the second flick doesn't connect either. And from the catwalk, Nick X has fallen.
Yeah, OG Wizard is sticking around for this fight as well. This is so risky. This is game defining. If he falls back, maybe this op could find more angles. His opponents have no utility. But now they're boosting up in a window, and more resources having to be invested on this side of the map at the moment. Oh, but OG Wizard, he misses the shot, and that's critical. Now they could go up connector. Now they have so many options here on the T side. Elevate could force overtime.
Where will they go? Elevate, not a decision made just yet. They're all grouped up, 4 strong. Weez is going to have a whole lot to shoot at. Target-rich environment for him in just a moment. The first is a delivery. Shane falls, nothing more. He's He's got some support. Experitive
Back
with
third!
that turn gets 2 for free. Stab alone. He's come to play. He's got 36 seconds, but they double swing, and lag will take them both. Map 1 and map 2 are theirs.
Yep, from, by the way, 11-5 down. They run back 8 straight to lock that one in as well. Some resilience showing at the start of this season from Life's a Game, even in these really complicated rounds where Dia is just making magic happen over towards the A site. Life's a Game showed up with the mechanics, and they're showing